Like you need validation from everybody.
Thirsty.
That you're thirsty, yes.
How do you move on from somebody who you've invested into?
You get out what you put in.
Yeah, especially if it's a romantic relationship. What are your red flags?
My red flags in what?
I need to be able to be my authentic self.
Yes.
A very spiritual person. You can have a relationship with him without being in the church building.
This is a
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a girl talk. I have a special guest. So stay tuned for that and we'll see you in a minute. And this is Sam, guys. Welcome Sam to the channel.
It's about to go down.
What's your YouTube name? And also TikTok.
YouTube is at Sammy Coco. TikTok handle is Sammy_Coco. So the first question we'll be answering is how to attract the right people into your life.
Okay, so I think if you're putting yourself in the right situations, you'll be able to attract those people, meaning like staying in circles that you want to be a part of, that represent the future you.
Emphasis on future you.
Yeah, not the you right now, not the college you, but who you want to be in the afterlife. Not in the afterlife. After school, your adult self, your best self. So yeah, that's my answer.
I 100% agree with that. To add on to what she's saying, I would also say to show up as the person that you want to attract. So if you know you want to like have more like gym friends or whatever, or have more people who are disciplined, then maybe in your life like you'll start going to the gym because it's like, okay, like I want more people who are disciplined, and most likely people who go to the gym are usually disciplined. Or it's just an example. I'm gonna start going to the gym so I can be around like-minded people who are disciplined, and then therefore talk to and hang out with the people, or therefore attract the right people. If you want honest people around you, then you should be honest. If you want loyal people around you, then you should be loyal.
Giving what you want to receive.
Exactly, because you're gonna attract who you are. And I feel like you attract who you are, and you can also attract people who you aren't, but I feel like it'll be easier to choose the right people once you're that, if that makes sense. So like if you're a kind person, it's easier for you to choose to be around kind people than if you're a mean person, if that makes sense. Yeah.
First question for me: how do you deal with your insecurities as a woman, as a black woman?
Ooh, this one's a good one. For me, I would say praying and having faith. Like my faith is a strong part of who I am. So knowing who I am in Christ, number one, is just like I was beautifully and wonderfully made. Okay, so I feel like that is knowing who I am in Christ. Second thing I would say, I feel like acknowledging my insecurities will help me overcome it. At least for me, like I have to acknowledge that the insecurity is there, and then through acknowledging it, I'm like, okay, how can we work towards overcoming this insecurity? You know, I feel like it's always good to acknowledge where you're at, and then also working on it. I'm all for working on like the things you're insecure about. If it's your body, or if it's if it's reading out loud, if it's like how smart you are, whatever it is, you can always build on those things. You can always fix it. So I feel like one, acknowledging it, and then working towards overcoming it, or working towards bettering whatever you're insecure about. And as far as being a black woman, girl, you gotta own that shit, okay? Whether it's your hair, whether it's your skin color, show up and take up space. Like I feel like that's how you deal with the insecurity. Like, fake it till you make it. I'm a firm believer in fake it till you make it, and embrace that.
So for me, dealing with my insecurities is just facing it head on. I don't usually focus on it on a daily basis. I think that it's something that you just have to go along with, go with the flow with, but also not focusing on it every day as if it's something that you can't work on.
Yeah, like not obsessing over it.
Yeah, like not obsessing over it, not
dwelling
on it.
Just really quickly, because dwelling on it can also make it consume you. I feel like the more you give energy to things, the more it overtakes you. So like definitely don't dwell on it. The second question we're going to be answering is, how do you set boundaries in a respectful manner?
For me, I let it be known right up front, especially if it's a romantic relationship. If you're actually getting into it and you see yourself in the future with that person, just let them know. You should have like a, maybe like on the first, second date, you can tell them like, this is what I expect from you, what do you expect from me? And having those really hard conversations help you set the boundaries.
Yeah.
And it also lets you know what are their boundaries too. So yeah, having those conversations, and then just being able to talk to that person, being comfortable around them, letting them know like, this is what I want from you, this is when I need time to myself, this is when I need to do my schoolwork, like setting those boundaries, actually saying it out loud and not just hoping that, okay, this person should know I'm in school so they can't text me during class, something like that. Like actually telling them versus them trying to read your mind. It's not gonna work that way. And then with friends, I would say same thing, really, same thing. So letting them know like, okay, I didn't like when you did this, and we've had this conversation too.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't
Every
like
friends, I feel like every friendship has it, you know?
Yeah, just being open with them.
I think it, because it's like not being defensive about it, like actually being like receptive to like what that person is saying.
Yeah, for sure.
But how do you go about it in like, I guess, a respectful manner?
Not being rude about it. So like if it's something that happened and you feel like it's something that really needs to be addressed, don't yell at them, don't create an argument, don't create a non-safe space for them. Be open to them, and if they create that non-safe space, then take some time to yourself to like look it over, and then you can come back if there's really something or somebody that you want to have a relationship with.
I definitely agree with that. I'm trying to see what I can add on, because I feel like you just you nailed the point.
You're fine.
I feel like there was something you said that I was like, I agree, and I kind of wanted to like go in on a little bit more. But I basically agree with what Antoinay said. I feel like you should be clear like what you expect, and then not everybody's gonna know your boundaries, like Antoinay said. So once it's crossed, just addressing it. I feel like speaking up is just the biggest thing here. Like speaking up and not being afraid to say something and voice your opinion. Like I feel like you can walk into it with a scarcity mindset. Like if that person is for you, they're gonna hear you out. If they care about you, they're gonna wanna respect your boundaries and take you seriously. So I always see it as, okay, if you say something and they're receptive to it, it just tells you, it shows you their character, exactly. It shows you their character. If they're not receptive to that, then okay, it's a blessing in disguise, because it tells you all you need to know, really. So, and also not putting their feelings above yours. Yes, I think you should go about it in a respectful manner, but I don't think, because I'm guilty of holding back because I don't want to upset the other person, or I don't want to make them feel the type of way. But I feel like when it comes to your boundaries, like you just gotta put yourself first in that aspect. I feel like that's how you set your boundaries in a healthy way, and in a way that's receptive to others.
Yeah. We've had this conversation before, so y'all can like get a glimpse into that. Next question that I have is, what are your red flags?
My red flags in what? In relationships? Should we do relationships, friendships?
Do both.
Both? Ooh. I'm done. Red flags for romantic relationships. I'm gonna give y'all a read.
Okay.
First one is when they don't follow through, when they're not a man of their word. If your partner don't keep their word, red flag. For me, red flag. Harriet! I can't trust you, and I don't know, I feel like that says a lot about the person if you're gonna say something and then not follow through. No, ma'am. Number two, I would say being selfish. Like, selfishness gives me the ick.
And he got bad credit.
It gives me the ick.
Bad credit.
Selfishness goes in hand with being cheap. I'm sorry. It's not for me. I'm not a cheap girl. Don't be cheap with me. And don't be selfish. Okay? Like, why are you stingy? Like, why are you stingy? I don't like that. I feel like, me personally, I'm a giver. So being with somebody that's selfish is a huge red flag, because they'll drain me. And I'm gonna keep giving and nobody's gonna fill my cup. Last one. I don't know how much this is a red flag, but I don't like it. Being too friendly. It's a red flag for me. And friendly as in like you're in everybody's face. I'm not saying you can't be kind. I'm not saying you can't be nice. But you're in everybody's face. No ma'am, no Pam. I don't like it. It's a red flag for me. I think that that's so unattractive, and it's just like, why do you feel the need to, like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes when a person's in everybody's face, it's kind of giving like you need validation from everybody.
Thirsty.
That you're
I'm thirsty.
thirsty, yes, you're thirsty, and you need the validation. Like, I don't know, it's just something about it. It don't sit well with me, so yeah.
Let me get 3. So she had 3. One would be me not feeling comfortable around you. I need to be able to be my authentic self.
Yes.
Like,
Love
I've
that.
been in a relationship where I just had to like play somebody who I wasn't. And it's just like, no. That's not who I am. And I don't want to be that person. I want to be my authentic self. Especially if I see the relationship in the future.
Yeah.
Why am I playing a role? This
Right.
is not TV. Like, this is real
Right.
life.
No, for
I need
real.
to be able to be myself. Secondly is when I can't depend on you.
Yeah.
I
she's
can't
hitting
depend on you. Meaning, like, if I ask you to do something, I feel like you just said this, but if I feel like if I ask you to do something and you say you're gonna do it, I expect that to follow through. Having the communication to tell me, okay, I can't do this because of this reason is fine, but like me expecting something out of you and you not giving what you said you were gonna give, it's weird. Like, especially if it continuously happens, like, I can't rely on you. You're not the person that I need to be with in the future. And the third one is just total disrespect. That's a red flag.
Bro, I feel like mine ain't even like, no, like she's hitting the nail on the lot of it too. Like, the list goes on.
Definitely. There's a lot. But for now, total disrespect. Meaning, like, even people like service workers, your parents, your family. Like, if I see you disrespecting other people or just having like a way about yourself that's not, I don't know, not opening to certain situations. Disrespect in general is not pleasing or to the eye. For me to be with you, I need you to be like energetic, open to things. So you can tell me, okay, I didn't like this.
Right.
But being disrespectful everywhere, it's just not. It's weird.
It's not the vibe.
It's not cute. Life is too short to be grumpy.
Right.
No, get a job. Like, go take a nap. or something.
Eat a Snickers.
Yeah.
Fix that. How to get close to God.
Okay. I would say you have to be in tune. So like somebody, and I've heard you have to like go to church. You have to be in the building with God's to worship. But there's so many like YouTubers. You have your Bible at home with you. If you're like a very spiritual person, you can have a relationship with him without being in the church building. Granted, I feel like it's better because you're fellowshipping with other people who are of the same faith as you, but you actually wanting that relationship with him, reading the Bible, knowing your word, being able to help other people by knowing the word. Also, I don't know, just engaging, praying daily. Those type of things are going to help you build that relationship with God, and eventually it'll get stronger and stronger. So
Yeah. Again, said a lot. So I agree with. I feel like for me personally, religion is important, but it's not everything. I feel like you can have a very close relationship with God and know God, even if you don't stick to a particular denomination. I think it's all about like, it's just about talking to him. I feel, like, I feel like everybody tries to give like a whole list on like the right way to do things when it comes to having a relationship with God, but I feel like you will know that through talking with him, through talking to him, and really just figuring out your style and your way of connecting to God. And it's gonna look different for everybody, so I think just really trying to, like, just talking to him. And I feel like talking to him could just be like, it could be anywhere, in the shower, while walking, like, it can be anywhere. Just talk, have that conversation, pray, and I will also say just read your word. Like, those are the 3 things I feel like that would help you so much get close to God. What was I gonna say? Girl, why am I? The devil's a liar.
He is, and the truth is not in him. Period. To add on, until you get your thought, I would say don't be secretive. Like, God already knows what's going on. He can see everything. So you coming to him with the hardest stuff, like, I don't even want to bring up anything horrifying, but like,
because you feel like you have to be perfect, and you don't.
You don't. Like, literally lay it out on the table and he'll handle it. My mom literally has a tattoo that says pray and leave it. Like, literally pray about it, like, tell him everything and just leave it there with him, and like, you can see it develop over time, how it'll get better for you. Yeah.
He's basically another friend. Just get close to him. Real close.
Yeah. Real close. Now that we got spiritual, this is just like a girly thing that people wanted to know that I've seen in a lot of girl talk videos that I wanted to mention. But do you rather shave or wax?
Okay, I feel like on a good day, ideally wax, but I feel like conveniently shave, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
for me, I've had like a lot of skin problems, and I still do to this day, but I went to a dermatologist and she told me that my waxing overly was making my hyperpigmentation worse. So I was like, okay, let's stop, relax, and let's start shaving. And I still have hyperpigmentation to this day. You just can't see because I have on makeup right now. But so just I shave not as much as I should. I shave when it's needed for me. When I feel like, okay, this is getting out of hand, let's shave. But yeah, I say I shave more, but I have dealt with waxing, self-waxing. I've never went to a professional.
Yeah, I've also done self-waxing. It hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah, but you have to get like the right temperature. Like, you have to experience.
Right.
Like, you have to work with it, but shaving for me, for sure.
Yeah, I do feel like waxing is longer. Like, when I used to wax my underarms, it lasted a long time. So also what I want to try is laser hair removal. I'm gonna get the thing to do it. You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do it yourself.
I'm gonna do it myself. This girl had it. I kid you not, this girl had it on TikTok, and it was really like, she showed the before and afters, bro. She said it was like she didn't shave in 4 months, and her arms look like she just shaved. Like, I kid you not. But the thing is, I have to do my research because we are Black girls, and them lasers, like, I think you need a special laser as a Black girl. So I'm kind of nervous to try it, but I'm gonna try it on, like, say my legs, one spot, and see how my skin reacts to it. Yeah. I'm gonna just use it and see how exactly. And I feel like it will be good because I need it. Like, I get a lot of hyperpigmentation too from like ingrowns and stuff. So, and then also like my legs will get bumpy from shaving. So I think if I can do laser hair, I feel like that's the way to go.
Yeah, I would never do it myself, y'all. She's
it's like $1,000 for like 8 sessions.
I heard, not 8 sessions, but I heard one is $50. So I was like, that's not expensive, but that's from a YouTuber, like one YouTuber. It probably varies by state or place.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, I would get it professionally done, but I'm also scared of stuff like that. So
yeah, it does hurt.
Yeah,
but how do you look put together every day?
As a college student. I don't look put together every day. Let's be realistic. This one, I think she does every day. But me, on the other hand, I don't put that much energy, and I'm getting better. I think after college, I'll be like, I'll be better.
But everybody's different too. Like, we're all on our own journey, our own pace. So.
For sure, yeah. The soft girl era has not hit me yet. But yeah, I think on the days where I do try to like put myself together and look like something going to classes, I wake up early and I actually pick out an outfit. So like being intentional, not just throwing in something from my closet. But the days that I don't like feel like, okay, I'm just going to class, I do throw in something. That's just me. Yeah. But yeah, so I'd be intentional about that, and I'm like doing my hair, and yeah, realistically, I would just wake up early and pick out that outfit, get in the shower, like do the regular routine. But yeah, that's just me.
I feel like what helps me to put together every day is just doing what feels good, you know. And I feel like that looks different for everybody. So like for me, like, what makes me feel good is getting up and doing my makeup. Now everybody, like, for some other people, it may not make them feel the best. Like, it may take too much energy and drain them, you know. So for them, they may not want to do that. And I feel like you need to stick to what makes you feel the best. So if it's like you know what, like I really want to have a comfortable day, I just want to chill, then do that, you know. There's no ideal way of doing anything, you know, like do what suits for you. Like,
I'm gonna add, so like when you are on a journey of being your best self, you do want to put that best self forward.
Yeah.
So like what she's saying is basically like she wants to look her best self when walking out there, because you can meet anybody. Granted, we are in college, so we are seeing the same people every day, but you just have to have that in your mind that you might just meet somebody. Like you might just see that CEO. You might just meet. CEO. You might just meet
CEO,
somebody.
CFO.
Yeah. So like you want to put your best self forward.
Yeah, I think that's a big part too. Yeah, I feel like you get what you put out. You get, is that what you say? Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what you put in.
You get what you put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
Yeah. You get out what you put in.
Yeah.
So if you're putting in all the right things, babes, it's gonna come to you. You're gonna reap what you sow.
How do you move on from somebody who you've invested into? You like you spent your money.
Yeah.
You spent your time, your energy. So yeah.
I would say take time to grieve that loss, because no matter what it is, friendship, relationship, take time to acknowledge what was there. And then, baby girl, you got 24 hours to get out of it.
Throw it in a box.
Like, literally, like, I'm sorry to be harsh, but life goes on. Like I said, you're still taking the time to acknowledge, to grieve. It's okay if you have those days where you're still like, damn. But we don't dwell on it too much over here. Like, we are on to bigger and better, bigger and badder, taller, handsomer, bigger, larger.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Station. Manifest.
Better everything, okay? And this means like friendship, relationship. I mean, this means platonic and romantic relationships. So I would just say, like, take your little moment, and then you really just gotta push yourself to get over it.
For me, it's the same. Literally, it's the same. For me, though, I think not a distraction, but something that will motivate you. So like we started social media. I don't know when we started, if we started at the same time. Yeah. But social media motivates us. I would say it motivates me. I don't want to speak for both.
No, it motivates me too.
Like like knowing the end result.
Yeah. Having a goal or a vision for yourself.
Yeah, like learning a new skill, baking, cooking, like actually doing something that takes your mind off of that, not to distract yourself, because you do want to grieve. You do want to grieve, because
acknowledge it and then distract yourself.
Yeah, because at night it hits you, like it will be in your head. You can't always be doing something, but like take time to grieve, but don't dwell on it, like you said. So I agree with everything that Sam said. But yeah, try to learn something new. Try to better yourself. Don't just stay in a funk. Yeah, like it's not gonna help you. And life is too short.
It's way too short.
Like, you could be here today, gone tomorrow. So you don't want to, like, stay in that fog. Try to, like, get outside, get some fresh air.
Yeah, and don't have a scarcity mindset about it. Like, I feel you got to come from it from a place of abundance and know that you will always attract more. Like, if that's what your intention is, that's what you're going to get. So, don't sit there and dwell on it. Just know that you're going to get bigger and better every single time. Last question for me is how to have high standards.
Okay. I would say you have to, because you've told me this, you've taught me this before, literally write down what you want. Literally, she said this in a conversation that we had, writing down what you want, making it plain for yourself. And once you have that in your head and you see somebody who's giving you less than that, you'll already be knowing that's not what I want. That's not it. So like you can just dodge a bullet, because you already know I want this type of man. I want this type of friend. It doesn't even have to be a man. I want this type of family member to support me. Right. Like it doesn't matter who it is. If you want what you want and you know, like in your head it's drilled there, you won't ever have to act on anything that's less than that, because it's like no, bye.
Right, bye.
That's me.
Yes, I totally agree. I would also say shoot for the stars. Don't limit yourself. I feel like a lot of the time we self-sabotage by like we sometimes we give ourselves less than what we think we deserve. I'ma say go big or go home every time. So set them standards high. I feel like when you do have high standards, your circle is a lot smaller.